Dakota.
It's 5:38. Welcome back. Face-to-face, hybrid, or distance, it will be a school year like no other. With the pandemic requiring many students to distance themselves from the classroom while still finding ways to learn, educators are being forced to get creative and reimagine education this year. School districts are funded based on the number of students they have enrolled, and with that, they're also responsible for measuring hours of instruction for each student. But 2021 school year will be different, as State Superintendent Kirsten Basler explains.
But for now, for this year, if a student is enrolled in the school district, that school district will receive the full funding for that student, regardless if they're receiving instruction and progress monitoring distance or in person.
Okay, so measuring those hours is out for this year because this is sort of, this is a year like no other.
That is why if there could be another silver lining or asset that has come out of this pandemic. It is allowing 175 school districts across the state to incubate some ideas and to develop some plans.
So what could this reimagined form of instruction time look like? Bismarck agricultural education instructor David Ext has insight into instruction time outside of the classroom.
Experiential learning, as we use through our supervised agricultural experience program, is a great way that we can implement it into other subject areas. We don't just focus on the learning standards that exist in agriculture. There's going to be some math standards that fall into that. There's going to be some science that falls into that.
One of Ext's students, Jaden McDonald, has been doing supervised ag experience for 5 years. He's done 2 SEEs, a beef cattle herd and a sweet corn operation. McDonald thinks experiential learning could help educators reimagine how they instruct their students.
A lot of the times they get taught these skills, and then every student wants to know, where am I going to use this in real life? Well, show them where they're going to use it in real life. Show how the knowledge you're giving them is going to help them out later on.
State Superintendent Basler and everyone we spoke to for this report agrees face-to-face learning is the foundation of successful instruction for every student, but
you can't personalize everything.
Basler's rival this November, Underwood Superintendent Brant Dick, is leery of straying too far away from traditional face-to-face learning.
My concern with personalized learning is that, okay, you do your passions and whatever else. A lot of times kids at that age, they don't know what their passions are. They don't know what areas they're going to go towards. So you have to have that foundation. How many kids have had a teacher that have inspired them, and I don't ever want to get away from that. And personalized learning, if you're not careful, pretty soon you get, well, that's online, that's whatever else.
Basler says communicating with students and families is key to forming successful hybrid and distancing models of instruction.
And so make sure that you're visiting with those people, the customers that are on the receiving end of that, before you wholesale make a statement like traditional learning works best.
Superintendent Basler says legislators will be grappling with what happens this school year in the upcoming legislative session. And the student we spoke to, Jaden McDonald, is preparing to enter his first year of college at NDSU, where he'll be majoring in agricultural education.
Well, it's all very interesting, to say the least. And, they're just coming up with the best ways they can.
Yeah, it's going to be a year for experimentation for sure.
All right.